Good evening, everybody. It's that time. It's that time again. Hopefully, you can all hear me loud and clear. There we go. So, let's get straight to it then. So, welcome along to my live stream. I'm Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? And I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone is well. So let's get straight to it then. So for today's menu, I'm going to be providing you some racing from my perspective in the final round of the Gran Turismo World Series online qualify. And this is what we're going to be in, obviously. A specified car, our front-engine rear-wheel drive GT3 car. So this is the car that I'm going to be using for the race, which is the BMW M6 GT3 Sprint model. So who have got to the in for company? Good evening, Indian Stig. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope all is well from your end too. And very much appreciated the support. And those who don't know Indian Stig, and he has a channel for those who like to go and have a look at what he does. He does open lobbies, GT World Series, Nations and Manufacturers Cup, practice lobbies as well as participate in them. Daily races, obviously. And so Indian Stig's your guide to go and check out on YouTube. Are you doing a barbecue? Well, why not? Why not? Some lovely sunshines of temperatures of 20 degrees Celsius in my area, and obviously, whereas further down the south of it, it's even hotter. It's hotter. My pleasure, Stig. My pleasure. So let's have a look as to what's to offer, what is to come for the last race of the online qualifiers in the nations. So this is obviously where we're going to be racing at. Autodrome Lago Maggiore. And 29 laps, obviously. With the tyre wear set to ×2, with the fuel consumption rate set to ×1. So fuel shouldn't be an issue, obviously. And then you can only use the racing softs. And these are the specified cars that you've got to use. The Nissan GTR GT3. As well as the Toyota Supra, Lexus RCF, Genesis, BMW. So, and you can only change the brake balance, and yeah. So, are you watching the World Endurance Championship? Well, speaking of which, that I've been watching the World Endurance Championship. Well, I watch bits, but obviously, sadly, I don't have TNT Sportable, sadly. So it's just yeah. I have a look across wherever I can, to see like the little clips of what's been going off and so. And so obviously it's just building up to the one of the biggest races of the motorsport, that is Le Mans 24 hours. I've no idea what to expect of it, with that many manufacturers involved, and obviously even we'll have some more manufacturers coming in 2027, which should be cool. So. But yeah, so let's have a look and okay. Nice one, Stig. Appreciate it. Just seeing the notification coming through. Obviously, yeah, 2-stop strategy. Pit around lap 10 and lap 20. What brake balancer do you use, Stig? If you don't mind sharing with us, because when I've gone on to have another crack at the practice time trials, obviously I was setting the brake balancer to the rear, sometimes to the front, and then next time around, having not to alter the brake balance, it made a difference for sure. Obviously, I've looked at somebody's Ghost and see how they drive it. 3, 4, or 5 if you're comfortable. So ideally that will be suitable for race streaming, won't it? even when tire wear comes into play. And you use the 3 on TT. Yeah, that's what I tried. It's just like you were getting into the groove with a specified car. Obviously, I don't mind driving anything, but obviously, looking on the practice timings, then obviously the M6 is the car. That's for sure. Obviously, one's driving the nuts out of a Lexus, for what I saw there. Obviously, you have one, another one, another one, another one, another. There's a few people in the RCF, one in the Nissan. So, but yeah, it's well. So looking on the points ranking, obviously that it's not been too bad. But to say it's been up and down in some ways, but obviously, I mean, regardless what happens next, then I don't be so proud to yeah. So obviously that for me that the objective is just as always finishing the top 8 no matter how tough the lobby is. So U2 specs and was yourself and in the M6 that traction is very important of slow corners since he hasn't got traction. That's the thing with the with its character itself that well obviously out of the slow corners it's difficult to manage it efficiently, especially when it comes to tire wear. Obviously that well it's just how it's just a way that how it's eaten up its rear tires a bit because of the slow traction out of its because of the slow corners, characteristics out of the slow corners and so. But yeah, so let's go and enter sport mode. Not yet accepting entries. Any moment now, before I forget. So and that of course is the last round of the GT World Series Nations Cup online qualifiers, and then the update will be around the corner. Then obviously there's not been an update at the end of April because obviously the Graduates World Series Manufacturers and Nations Cup has been going off obviously because all it takes is one update to change a lot. One update to changes a lot, and that's why they've leaving it to later on at a certain day, in my honest opinion. But it's just the way it is, obviously. That don't want to go into practice mode. Now we're accepting entries. No problem, Stig. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching it as well. And I'll catch you soon. And enjoy your barbecue as well. And look after yourself. So, thank you very much, Stig. I'll let you know how I'm gonna when I get a chance. So, yeah, my pleasure. So I've got this with me as well. Blackberry and raspberry flavoured water still. That'll keep me hydrated throughout this motor race for what is going to be a long one for sure. So whilst we're out on that, just need to load the ghost from a certain player. Oh, disappeared out of the top 100. just need to get close to that goal as best I can. If I was to improve my lap time, obviously. What you're going to bear in mind is that there's 7 minutes qualification on that one, unless somebody tells me different. And yeah, so there's just a qualifying for a few minutes, to get a good lap together. Great start with 4-star check. That'll be an interesting one, whether if you can make places or lose places. Straight into the 54. Oh, too much, and yeah. But we're getting somewhere. Getting into the low 54 if I can. If not, then I could save myself to another for the race, which is going to be a long one for sure. Heavy braking into the right-hander. Oh, I'm too wide there, but we're good to go again. Smooth as you like. Onto the airpin. There we go. Much quicker than the last one. Flicking it up at 140. Whoa. A snap of oversteer there. Only to be down a tenth. Surely I can make it up. But it's okay. At least I've improved my lap time just a touch. So where does this put me? Still a few places up. Inside of the top 300 still. Whoa, watch that flipping sausage. Just gotta be careful not to carry too much speed on the left-hander. Little steering input as much as possible. Little steering input as possible. Keep it on a straight line. Kick it up a bit of gravel there. Gonna have to have a moment. What I'll do is I'm gonna go for a quick toilet break and then get put into a lobby. So I'll be 2 secs. This is it now. This is it. This is my only shot, which is all I got time for, I'm afraid. And regardless what happens next, it's been a joy. And good luck to those who are taking part of round 6, of the Nations Cup online qualifiers. Let's see who we got in this lobby. Good evening, Sim GT7. Welcome along, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're well. So, this is how many points you get for a win, 291, which is probably the first time, this is the first time I came across a lobby where you score under 300 points since what feels like ages ago. And really depends who shows up, really, but the top 8 gets you 206 at least, which is 8 players, and yeah, so anywhere in the top 8, jobs are good, and I'm not too bad, thank you, I use the pad, as you can see. Obviously, got the Logitech G923 True Force along with a Playseat Ridge Challenger, will just sat next to me, obviously. Which I'm capable of using both sorts of equipment, in all honesty. So it's just depending how I feel on the occasion, don't it? Obviously, when I was doing some open lobbies, and still do to this day, I use the wheel. So I'm not even too bad on that one, but it's just keeping it on a road, which is another thing. And obviously, when you do some close racing combat, you just want to keep your nose clean best you can, really. So, and speaking of which, that we'll just let these people by and just go from there. So, like, obviously, when I was doing some league racing on the controller, I feel ultra competitive on the controller. So, obviously, yep. Lately, GT7 cutter people for people on pad. I mean, this is the thing that, especially when it comes to tyre wear, then obviously, which fuel shouldn't be an issue, but tyre wear, it's a different story. Depends what combo PD like to throw at. So, let's get the tyres warmed up. As I'm the last one out. Get the brake balance 3 to the rear, as I'm more comfortable with that lately. I mean, people have their own abilities, what they're capable of using, regardless whether it's on a controller or on the wheel. So, obviously, no idea what to expect for this upcoming motor race, and so I'm just about to get the first flying lap underway. Let's do this. Cheers, pal, for letting me by. Might have got away with having a moment through the snake curves. Ran out wide, but it's okay. Might be able to get the lap in just in the nick of time. Yeah, it's your preference, buddy. At the end of the day, by any means, you do what you feel good with, in all honesty. Got a bit wide over that fast right-hander, and if it don't go to plan, then obviously I can make up some places, as I've been in this situation before. Sometimes when you start in the middle, it's pretty dangerous for some. Let's go. One last push. Let's see what I can do. Move over. Fast car coming by. Bit wide on the apex. Feels much tidier this time round. This is looking good. Come on. Oh, felt like I got pulled. I felt like I got pulled, but that was close. That was close. Feels a bit slow, but when you feel it's a bit slow, it turns out to be fast. Thank you, mate. Thank you. So all to play for in the race. Hopefully we get a clean one, obviously, but just got to bear in mind of this person last time out. Internet were a bit glitchy when I last raced him, so if he's able to fix the issue with the service, we'll know from his service. Let's see. Yeah, to say that he drove the nuts out of the Lexus, so hats off to Bam. Thank you, Sim. Let's play the music. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. Let's do this in the last round. And what you're going to think really is that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It depends how much you want to risk it all. And hopefully we have a much cleaner race this time round, but you cannot promise anything. So the objective really is just to stay out of so and so. Thank you, Sim. And I'm number one, as it turns out, on the lobby. But some people just don't want to use the number one, some people do. Good start with full star checks. Gonna be an interesting one. Looks like everyone's got off to an even start there. So we're away cleanly, so far so good. Bit of oversteer moments between these two. We're up into third now. Whoa, saw that one coming from Tupac. I was just about to throw it in the apex, and then Tupac sent one inside. Sorry, mate. Long way to go. Long way to go. All the Italians gone wide. We made up a place, obviously. Oh, bollocks. Just gone deep. Dirty tyres, obviously. Just regain focus. Oh. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. I was fighting further up, further forward, but then dropped back some places, which is not what I want to be doing, but you know that. Oh man. Well, somebody's had a moment there. Spaniard's got a bit wide there. Within a second of Jorge. Just need a good exit through the hairpin and then might have gone a bit wide there. No penalty on this one somehow. Seen a wiggle from the purple car. My tyres are going away on the front. Just got to bear that in mind. Oh, the Italian's had a moment over the sausage. And he's got dirty tyres. And that, of course, a half-second penalty gone the Italian's way. I'll just snatch that P8, thank you very much. But he didn't want to give that one up. Still there? Whoa. There you go. You can have that place back, but I'll get you back. Bit erratic sometimes when that happens. Just need to get a good slip and then we're sorted. That was very desperate. Very, very desperate from the Italian. The Cyber's coming in, so is the French driver, interestingly. I was just braking at my braking marker. And I got rear bumper damage. It's okay, I can do one more if I can. Therefore, I'll be in much fresher tyres towards the end for the next run of pit stop, for the next round of pit stops. Can feel the front left completely graining. Almost dead, that tyre. You watch somebody go for a dive bomb. We got there. So that's that round of pit stops done. So I would assume there'll be some that'll be doing a one-stop. Oh, fluff the corners just a bit. It just goes begging and begging, don't it? So the Italians pitted for new tyres. No, you're alright, you're alright. Didn't ask for anything, but thank you very much. Perhaps he's going to do a switcheroo or something, that's what he's thinking. Not this time. We've moved up a place somehow. So it's just depending how much ground can I make up. After the difficulties I've been through so far in this motor race. purple in this sector. So a couple of people are pitted in. Some are looking to do a one-stop strategy. So the Portuguese must be on a different strategy, which he's only just gone into the pits, so is Jorge. halfway through this motor race. Yeah, first time I had a track limit violation penalty, but never mind. Just head down and focus, I guess. And just one of them races where, you know, you make up places and then you lose some, and I'm not fussed on where I'm going to finish it, because I had good races and bad races, and that's just the way it is sometimes. So if I get a few more laps on these tyres, then job's a good one. Not so good one because I've literally just cut the corner too much, but that's rubbing salt into the wounds. Well, what can you do there? Can't change what happened in the past, but can only get better as you go along. So I'm going to come in this lap, obviously, and get the job done. I'm not first where I finish because, you know, it's one of them races. Let's have an overtake if we can. Held the inside nicely. Good stuff. I'm just hoping those that pitted a little earlier will suffer towards the end with the tyre wear. So, if that is going to be the case, then we might be able to steal some more positions then. Much better exit out of the fast curves. Way wide there, but I can see the battle up to 9th heating up nicely, and then we've got 8 and 7 further up the road. We've got the Portuguese on our side. Just need to get him on that back straight if I can. Well, I didn't ask for a nudge, but thank you very much. Unless he was trying to go for a move. One or the other. You just never know what's going through somebody's head. Five laps left remaining, not be long now. Dirty tyres now. Might get track limit violation for it. Not on this occasion. So the battle for P8 is heating up nicely. And Andy's gone through, so maybe KO. Looks like top 8 is not going to happen today unless something dramatic happens later on. Apologise for that, but what can you do? In advance. Oh, it's alright, it's alright, I gave you a little nudge. Getting a 10 for 2 there, without getting penalised, because with the settings set to weak, then you could go as wide as you dare on that corner. Last thing you want to be doing is to end up throwing dirt on your tyres. Testing my patience, this, isn't it? Probably you get a half-second penalty for going over the red and white curbs. Maybe, maybe not. Not this time. Oh man. What a mental race that is, as it turns out. That's all I've got time for, I'm afraid, for this only slot. Obviously got other things to do. So that's up to those who need a some that did a one stop, or even that. It's just crazy, like how some people can do a one stop about regardless on the setting. Probably on the wheel or something, but you never know what they're using on the sleeves. But it's over. I'm glad that's over done with, and you know, at the end of the day, we win and lose together, regardless of the challenges you face. So you're just gonna have to accept the fact that it's time to fight for another day. And so well done to those who are taking part in this one. So just spare a moment there to Cyberman. And you can, like, a good spot. So I'm not even fussed either way where I finished on the end. Save the replay. Okay, there is still some people in this lobby. Not my biscuit island. There is some that's managed to get the Lexuses in the top 6, obviously, or top 7, in fact. Because there's some that's got the 1 in 6, 1 in the 7th. So I just want to have a look and see how it went. Obviously from my angles. Obviously for what looked to be a promising race, but it's not meant to be. And you will find out in any moment for those who are just tuning in. So I kept me as clean as you like, just well away from Tupac, and left just enough space and kept it on the track, obviously. And then we're getting to the uphill section with cold tyres and brakes, obviously. I've saw the opportunity to overtake Tupac, and then Tupac wasted no time whatsoever, or even somebody further at the back. Didn't take long for Tupac to send one in, and obviously and then we also have 5th place momentarily, but then just had to give way to Nick, obviously. Apologies to the Italian. Yeah, just a few mistakes a bit early on. Since I saw Tupac flying one in, and obviously it went wide, of course, and then it was just a bit sloppy from my end, just not keeping the lines tidy, and so. But obviously, we'll done my best to keep a nose as clean as possible, and be sure just don't take it out too much, because otherwise it's going to ruin somebody's race also. So we have we're getting towards some rounds of pit stop, obviously. Started at, although I was building some momentum, and obviously there where I made an overtake on the Dutch driver on the back straight, was flashing hazards, and whether he's just pause the game or whether he's just apologise or just allow me to easily pass him or something, you just don't know what goes off for somebody's head also, so it's difficult to judge that one, of course, but got the move done. So, how close did I get to Collado? Collado was on proper worn softs. How he made those softs to the end of lap 15, I have no idea. Must be the smooth steering inputs or something. The rapid response, obviously. Of getting the direct feel of the wheel. So let's see. So I'm back up there, So I'm back up in 8th spot momentarily. And that, of course, was a rare mistake from my end, which you don't often see. And this is about as far as I possibly got. This is as far as I got, which then, of course, determined me to be awarded a half-second penalty for abusing track limits. Which it's one of them. You know, you feel a bit like you're on the edge towards the end, and then you just want to get every inch out of yourself. And that, of course, there, I've cut the just go back a touch there, because he only does 10 seconds at a time. So that bit there, where I've got a bit greedy over the red and white curves, like that, and yeah, and that's what got me another penalty. Obviously, flashing up on my screen, and that's even more severe with a 1 second penalty, which of course it's just one of those things, in it. You get greedy, and then you pay the price, and that's what happens. So, but there we have it. There we have it. A top 10 finish, of course. Would have liked to finish anywhere in the top 8, but it was just not meant to be. We have a lot that's been happening. So I'm going to open the ticket and close out the stream in Escapes Movies and talk about what happens next. So let's see what I win. Something's better than nothing, I guess. And then we close out the stream in Escapes Movies. I just want to say thank you to those who are just tuning in to go and say hello a while ago. And thank you to those who have been watching. And yeah, it's been, let's say, up and down in some ways of the Nations Cup or line qualifiers. But it's just the way it is. So what matters is that we've got the job done when I can. And yeah, so I mean, one of them likeable world campaigns where I just thought, well, I gave it me all with little time I had, and that's just all I could do, really. So I'm not going to be live next week, as I'm going to be taking a break after going through a lot of that. So obviously, what I'll be doing also is that I'll be back about on the week after or so. So obviously, next time I'll be live is what day we're on. So therefore, that we'll be back on 21st of May, somewhat like that, for some open lobbies. So yeah, this is what's happening. Unless there may be a daily race or something that I might pop in or something, and publish a video or something. See what happens from there. So I'll be back once more for the open lobbies on 21st of May. Yeah, 21st of May, something like that. So yeah, on that Tuesday. Not this Tuesday coming, but the Tuesday after. So that's that's going to be happening as well. And sorry that things haven't gone the way that we wanted, but obviously I did my best. That's all I could do. But other than that, we did what we could with what I can do with little time I had. So what will be, will be. So anybody liking the content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And other than that, I'm going to cut short. Thank you very much for joining. Have a great evening, great afternoon, wherever you are at, whatever you're up to. And most of all, stay safe. And from myself, Danny C, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.